What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys Batman Dark Knights Death Metal The Batcycle. And so here we have the Batman Death Metal Batcycle posed and out of the packaging. So this is essentially an accessory in itself, and it is a vehicle which is quite impressive. I am really loving the detailing on it. This is going to be a really short video just because there's not much to talk about other than the detail and the scale of this figure. So it is a figure, but it's more like a really big accessory, which I really do like that. So having a look at the detailing on this, let's actually start at the front of the motorcycle. There's a long piece of my hair right there, but anyway, let's have a closer look at the detailing right here. Now it is done in this really nice bone color. I don't know if you guys can truly grasp how beautiful this looks, so let's actually just zoom in. Yeah, that is a lot of nice, beautiful detailing. The bat skull looks fantastic. You can see even right here on the wheels, we do have a bat emblem right there. We have a bat emblem right here. So that's also looking really nice. And I really do like the pieces coming down from the bat mouth. Oh, those fangs look so fantastic. Let's actually show those off. This skull looks really, really cool, and it would have been nice if the lower jaw was slightly articulated, but you can see it does pivot on the front wheel just like a real motorcycle would, so I do like that. Inside the ear of the bat skull, we do have some nice paint job. It is glossy in there, so that does add some difference in texture. Then we have these yellow piercing eyes to represent the headlights of the bike, but yeah, those look really nice, and I can't get over just how much detailing is in these bones. It actually looks like actual bone. Now, I want to say that this might be the actual skull size of a real bat. Not to scale, of course, because no bat is the size of a motorcycle. I'm talking like a realistic bat. This might be an in scale to its skull. But moving on, we do have some nice texturing right here on the motorcycle. You can see the engine block right here. We have some more bat insignias right there, and then just the inner workings hidden behind this ribcage on the Batcycle, which you can actually make out like leather seating and leather parts going right here, just like you would see on a real motorcycle. It's just covered by the spine and ribcage, and again, just like with the head of the Batcycle, it is very, very impressive, and I'm just blown away by the amount of detail that McFarlane was able to put on it. And one thing I do like is that the screws are really well hidden. I've only been able to find two, and we have one right there, and then we have one up here. I'm pretty sure there's one right in there, but you're never going to see it, and I do appreciate that they were able to hide the screws as well as they did. We do have the little footrest right here on either side. Really loving the detailing on here. Now, unfortunately, this part doesn't rotate. It would have been nice that if they found a way that when this wheel rotated, that this would turn with it. That would have been really nice. Again, we do have that bat insignia in the wheel, so it spins nicely, and unfortunately, no, I thought this was upside down, but that's actually the way it's supposed to be. That insignia is right side up. On the other side, we don't really see it because the exhausts right here do cover it up. Then we have that really nice bone texture right here on the back. McFarlane has done an amazing job with this motorcycle. Even the wheels have a really nice bat motif on them. You can kind of make out Batman's insignia on the wheels, which I think is not only hilarious, but that is so cool. It's both epically hilarious in my opinion. And one thing I do like is that both wheels rotate really nicely. And they are made of rubber, so you don't have to worry about these scratching up your display or your hardwood floors. If you have a kid that's playing with these are actually really soft, so they don't really scratch up tile or hardwood floors. So overall, really like what McFarlane has done with this Batcycle. So what we're actually going to do is get a quick scale comparison between the Batcycle and other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have the Batcycle posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have the Batcycle posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have the Batcycle posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And of course, finally, here we have the Batcycle posed next to the Death Metal Batman. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to the functioning parts of this motorcycle. I don't want to say articulation, but they are functioning parts. As I stated before, both the front wheel and the back wheel do rotate independently, so you can have it just glide along the floor. Now, something I have noticed is that there's not enough clearance between the ground and the bottom of the bike, so you do have to get it settled perfectly. Otherwise, these edges are going to scrape along the floor, so these might be the only parts that are going to be scraping on the floor. If you don't have it perfectly lined up, you're going to feel some friction, but as you can see, it does roll really nicely, and I do like that. You can actually hear it scraping along my little studio, and yeah, you can see it does wobble back and forth, but that's mainly because it's a bike. It doesn't have a center of gravity without somebody actually balancing it. So it does lean to either side depending on which side the weight is on. And then of course this does rotate to simulate turning and getting you different posing options when you have a figure on it. So overall, this is a really nice piece to have in your collection. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get this on my display stage for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Batcycle posed for my final thoughts, and overall, I think McFarlane has done a fantastic job with this vehicle. Now, normally I don't pick up big vehicle display pieces like this just because they do take up a lot of retail space in my display. However, you can have the Death Metal Batman without his Death Metal motorcycle, and I think these two work so good together that you need to have both of them in your display to truly appreciate how nice these figures, or this figure really is with this vehicle. Now, I really didn't pick up the Batraptor because I really wasn't a fan of the Batraptor in the comics, nor was I a fan of how it looked. I wasn't a fan of the little gimmick extending feature. But this is one vehicle I knew I had to have in my collection. The Death Metal Batcycle with the Death Metal Batman does make an impressive display piece. If you are looking for the Batcycle, I did see them at Target at one point, and I did pick mine up from Amazon. You can check my It Came From Amazon videos to see which box I actually got them in, because I don't quite remember when I picked it up. It's just been waiting to be reviewed until I got Death Metal Batman in hand. And now that I do have Death Metal Batman in hand, I am really happy that I picked up the Batcycle. Originally it was going for about $30. I think it was $30. I might have picked it up for $25 with Amazon discounts after that. But anyway, it was going for about $30 if I'm correct. $25 maybe. That was when it came out. Now, unfortunately, this is very hard to track down at the time I'm making this video. I don't know if it's because demand for the Batcycle is up, or it's because a lot of people are using this for customs. This Batcycle is in high demand, so if you haven't already picked it up, you're gonna need to track one down. I do believe Target still has them coming in and out of stock once in a while, so do check the website. That's probably gonna be your best bet. Amazon still gets them in and out of stock, so check Amazon quite frequently. Add it to your list and get an email to be notified every time it gets back in stock, so you can pick up your very own Batcycle from the Dark Knight's Death Metal series. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.